Because of course, Alter Ego, I'm looking in particular, representing finals, but still looking mighty strong.
Yeah, and immediately looking for the Falcons to just get out of there, get away. Narvalo will be moving out. I don't think that they have too many more players to play around with. I believe that the graphic on the right-hand side hasn't fully updated on the Falcons player count, because there's certainly a few of them who have gone down. Redox, I mean, he's trying to get out of there, trying to get around the corners, maybe find a player. IQ steps out, though. That's spray downs there. Good find. And that's a couple of points added to eliminations for Inner Circle.
Yeah, and I think this is the thing. For Inner Circle, it is a massively promising team. I think they have a huge amount of fans on board as well. And rightly so, because they're a very, very strong squad when it comes down to it. Falak, who has continued to be one of the most promising players of the year so far, isn't feeling at his greatest today outside the game. But in game, he's still going to be playing on. Luckily, you've got the likes of IQ, T24, Noki, who are all significantly strong players, so this team doesn't rely on just the one. It was great to see. OG starting things off over towards Reject, getting an initial knock.
Under control. Oh, looks like OG got themselves in trouble. Oh dear. Is this the last player for Falcons? I think it might be. APG looking to try and hunt them down. Wait a minute. Did they get the recalls? They must have done, because Koa went down earlier. The question is, where are the rest of them? Are they all in the same place? Are they all going to get run down, or are they going to have to go for a second recall strap?
Okay, Kamikaze with some clean shots over towards Dog. Knocks him out the vehicle. 3 guys in one isn't always the best idea. IPG won't stand for that, though, as they send over towards Pablo Supermassive. Luckily, Kamikaze's on a gross off angle and will find the double.
Nice.
Start this off. Goodness me. Papa Supermassive. They had an insane group stage for themselves. They faltered over in their finals, but still looking mighty strong.
Absolutely. It's good to see. A little bit of power coming through, because at the moment Falcons not really representing Europe.
Oh, Falak is good. Nice.
That is news for Inner Circle. They are running rings around the Falcons. A brilliant start to our
YouTube and Uppy in the chat.
IQ, T24 on the rooftops, doing so much for them, keeping things under control near Neox factory. We thought there might be a couple of hot drops. Going on, Blank. It seems like that definitely was the case.
Yeah, don't know how Falcons aren't dead.
Wallah,
they still got 1 player, but
Inner Circle is OP
just in that team alone.
3 kills.
But plodding onwards, ever onwards.
Indian team OG Orangutan
is
position
right now for APG. OG came off from a good fight between them and Reject, but Reject were able to reset, reevaluate, get 4 players back up again with those recall beacons, but it's 2 elims for OG. Sits in 3rd place.
Inner Circle is good, and OG Orangutan is coming.
It's good news. But of course,
India
it's
versus
3 points in 1st
Pakistan.
place right now. That will change by the end of it. It's guaranteed that someone will get more than 3 points in this match. Chicken dinner worth more than that, of course. Up to 10 points. Tiamba
Oh, nice. Oh,
New entrant here.
what angle.
Time, but crashing on the north side still. Oh, it's going to be loops. A crack at Papa Supermassive. Nico is repositioned. This should be resable, but look at the off angles. Kamikaze is doing so much work for Papa Supermassive right now. He's the reason they've got 3 points, and he's keeping his team safe as well. They've got to be so grateful that he's on side and on form today, it seems.
Yeah, this is always the big point for Papa Supermassive is the response time from the rest of the squad is so slick. I think that it's something that you've got to be very aware of when playing against that team is if you find one knock, you better be prepared to immediately duck into cover because they're so quick to accurately pinpoint where you are and what angles you're playing. So I think that's where Papa Supermassive definitely finds their strengths is that you can never really catch that team off guard for some reason.
To stage 3
of South America's, but overall, I think towards Danqing. I think APG was very glad they got in vehicles when they did. They started rotating out towards the east anyway, so they're
gonna have challenges. In, you've got plenty of others. You've got Gen G as well out to the west side of them.
Wallah.
Actually, might take one another on. Rejects maybe spotted there. Oh, they're definitely aware of each other's presence. But yeah, Orangutan's starting to open fire from that north side and the high ground on those buildings that they have. It's going to be difficult to move. Difficult to make it safely.
Yeah, I think for OG, especially on that final day, although they didn't make it into top 7, there was definitely a change of pace for them, in which case they're trying to take a lot more fights. And they were losing those fights, but I was glad they were doing it because I think they've all realized now that that 6 to 7 point strategy isn't going to cut it when it comes to top 3. So they're getting ahead of the problem early, of trying to engage in more fights. And what's a better place to do that other than the gauntlet against some of the best 4v4 squads in the world? I still think they have potential in them. And genuinely, this is the best. I think it's the best Indian team we've seen in a while. I think that there has been times in the past where India has played and they've given it their all. But this time it feels like OG actually does belong within the international format, which is great to see. Yeah, I think they do realize they need a little bit more aggression, and I think the change happened when Kara chased them down as a 2-man, and they were leaving as the 4, and then they lost to the 2. I think at that point they probably looked back on that and was like, yeah, that can't happen again.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at what is needed, you said they're not looking at the 6 or 7s. It does push up. I mean, if you look at what happened in the gauntlet stage with 16 teams, 3rd place was 141 points, which puts you at around a 7.8 average. So if you're getting 8 points a game, that's where you need to be sat. And bumping yourself up by a single point average is actually a very difficult task to be on the cards for you. So we'll see what our teams can do here. So
again, nice flash.
That's not going to be nice on the south side. There is a recall beacon right next to it, but it's going to be very, very much out of reach if you can't even get past them. Rejects holding out in the building. The nades, the Molotovs flying. Oh, there's a little bit of an answer here. Maybe there's a chance as the Molotov starts to burn down. Rejects actually now down to 2. The hold on the inside may be good, but Holigo now has to stand up. The last player alive for the team, and he is now into a 1 versus 1. This is dangerous. Reject looked like they had it in hand, but now it's all topsy-turvy. Apollo with the nade cooking around the side.
Oh,
does not find his mark, steps out wide and Reject swept aside. A brilliant result for them. The Japanese squad will not make it further in Rondo.
I mean, that was a big test for Apollo. Practically all the big names on the team had gone down at that point, and not being able to finish up the job there. I think it's a lot of pressure on him in that scenario. Still, Coligo is a incredibly good player, has been for many, many years. So kind of understandable he's able to hit the old swinging DBS shot. His alter ego, there is a lot of hope in this team, I would say, from Indonesia. I think that, when I was looking through the player list, it's actually one of the teams that I've looked at and was like, that's kind of a stacked roster. And again, I do think everyone talks about Rosemary on that squad, Krypton. I genuinely think their best player is Alva. A lot of people probably disagree with me on that fact, but I do think their best player is Alva. Overall, his off angle, scouting, the value brings to the team. I think it's more than what Rosemary brings. I think Rosemary is flashy. I don't think he's the best player on the squad.
Wow, okay. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. See if those flashy plays are going to run more points, or if Alva's bread and butter basics are going to be more important to the Alter Ego setup right now. Looks like GOAT have moved in. They've moved in towards the south side of the compound that OG hold. OG still as 4 on a 2-2 split. You can see they've got the 2 players down there, AKOP and a Tanky on the low ground in the buildings. And then up top, they've got their other 2, WizGod and, of course, Aru there. Just finding the angles. Trying to keep that one secure with APG to the north side. The hilltop looking fairly solid. Falcons trying to move in from the north side. The blue zone is upon them, and it is getting to be a little bit more than a tickle. And I'll have to move a little bit faster, but there's not too many open spaces ahead of them. This wide flank may be needed.